Nah.
Is your asshole itch?
No.
Get your ass up.
Okay.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Sweet.
With Mike J and Pedro.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything. Everything I've ever done.
Hello there. It's been a while since our last podcast, guys.
Hello there. Hello there.
We got a special guest today.
Hello.
We have a special guest live from Poland. This is Wojtek. Wojtek is one of them dickheads over
barely alive from Poland.
Barely alive, yes. He is on the Hyperstrange team, and he's here to talk with us about Brain Damaged. Because, you know, it comes out next week.
I already got a complaint about the podcast. We are using the old title.
I updated Restream, man. I updated it.
What?
Well, I
It
guess
still
I'm
says
the.
Pedro is the man streaming now.
I
mean,
guess
he
I'm
is.
the man streaming now.
If I look
You're
down
the man.
below, it's all changed. Every single site. I can see it.
I cannot see. Help.
Yeah, it is.
What?
The title's wrong. I don't know why it didn't save. Thank you for complaining, Matt. Thank you for wearing the stupidest outfit on our podcast.
It's my pimp. It's the pimp outfit.
And
That is
thank you for bringing
definitely-
your baguettes with you.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No. Your outfit is fine.
Very summer.
Yeah, it's fine. And your background, that's cute. That's a cute image from Brain Damaged. Wow, that's some good art. That's some fantastic fucking art. Right, Pedro?
Yep.
I
Got the
believe
reference.
No.
So anyway, Postal Brain Damaged been in development for a little while, and it's finally coming out on 6/9 on 69 on 69/22.
Oh my god, I just got it.
Yeah, that
I
it
just
is
got the
truly
joke,
funny,
yeah.
truly funny and original
that-
concept. It's like we're
Very
stuck on
booty.
these stupid dates to release our games.
420,
What a
69.
Fortunate coincidence.
It is so fortunate. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at Hyperstrange and what you think about the game?
What I think about the game.
Yeah, I need to know what you think. It's very important.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a postal game, so it can't be too good.
No, it's not allowed to be.
No.
Ever.
We took 2 extra weeks because we are originally going to release on May 26th.
That wouldn't be
Oh.
funny.
That plus we had to take like 2 extra weeks to implement all the bugs to be on brand with you guys.
Oh yeah, you got to implement bugs. That's true.
Yeah.
Did you put any crashes in there?
didn't.
Like forced crashes?
No, but we've done some safe breaking bugs. if that's fine with you.
I think I'm okay
It
with
was
that. Yeah.
It was on the brief, so that's our interpretation of your needs.
Yeah,
From the
that's
game.
true.
Yeah.
So how
You know,
long?
as-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you asked my opinion. Now you cut me off. So that's a classic Mike.
It is my podcast. I'll cut you off.
Yeah, it's yours. I know.
Go ahead.
So-
Give me your opinion.
To tell you the truth, I think we are sitting on a ultimate boomer shooter because the brief was make Postal into a boomer shooter, and we took everything that's really fun and enjoyable about boomer shooters and put it in there. Then we mixed in all the Postalverse lore into it, and then we snapped some Doom Eternal gameplay all over, and then we've added piece-driven puzzles in the game. So it's got everything that you will like to have in a boomer shooter, and everything that we would like to have in a postal game, I think.
Everything.
Everything,
Good.
like everything.
There's pissing.
If you don't find something, that means you missed a secret or a couple of them.
Yep.
Good. And how long is this experience going to be for the fans? Just so they have an idea of what they're getting.
Oh, it's going to be timeless.
There is no amount of hours
Forever.
that you will stop
There's-
playing this game.
There's absolutely like no limitation.
None.
500
You-
hours of
you-
content.
The,
500
Will
hours.
never
Dying
become
Light 2,
obsolete.
you got nothing.
the space time continuous bends and licks its own butt when you start playing Brain Damaged. Well, if you are not like FPS impaired, it should take like 6 or 7 hours, 8 hours maybe. And if you want to do a completionist run, that's a lot more time to do it. There's a lot of secrets, there's a lot of nooks and crannies in all the levels, so exploring everything, getting all the jokes, it's going to take time. Plus, there's pretty good replayability value. Because you can do you can challenge yourself with speedruns for each level, and there's a leaderboard for each level, so you can attempt at better speeds or higher completion value. And well, there are 15 levels to boot, and each of them is very different, and each of them will take quite a bit of time to complete.
Nice. Yeah, I think we all at Running with Scissors have been playing this game for a while, and we just like it. We just like it a lot.
Yeah, I was very excited to try it for the first time. Still wiping the G's off of my desk. And most fun I've ever had with my clothes on. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just whose gist was it?
Everyone here around the house,
Yeah.
especially
Was
mine, of course,
Your
because I
dogs.
played
It was both of your
it.
dogs.
My
Yeah.
dogs watched it and they were like, "Arr!" So yeah,
Mm.
that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
As designed. I'm very glad.
Are we announcing price or?
Oh, would you like that?
I mean,
Well,
you're
not-
here. You're here. All 50 people watching can find out what it's gonna cost.
Actually, I want to announce the price this Thursday.
Okay, then we're not gonna
You
ruin
can-
the surprise.
You can make me, because you can make me do things, Mike.
I'm not gonna make you do it.
As usually.
It won't disappoint you.
But-
We'll tell you that. It won't disappoint you.
Yeah.
It
I
might
think
make
people
you
are going to
happy.
be
You're
very
probably
happy.
not gonna say, "What the fuck is this crap that I got for XX dollars?" You're gonna
Yeah,
say to
you're
yourself,
going to say,
"Holy
What's
shit!"
this crap
Probably-
you got?
Yeah, they're gonna
You
say,
probably only
"Holy
have
shit!"
to mow one lawn.
Right, maybe
lawn,
one
okay?
lawn. Yeah, you could probably give like one rim job on the streets,
Mm-hmm.
make enough money to buy a
Maybe
copy of
half
Brain
one.
Damage.
Half a rim job.
Well, in the United States, I don't know what you'd get in Poland or in Portugal.
Depends on the neighborhood.
That's true. In
because-
Japan, I'm
yeah.
sure you get a lot. I mean, that's a
Oh yeah, every day for sure.
that's expensive rim job location.
B-Day
so,
rim job.
so yeah,
And in Sweden, you get like social rim jobs. So
I like that because think of all the hot blondes that you'd be able to rim.
I
Nice.
think it's pretty random.
Yeah, I need to go to Sweden. I need to go. I think that's a good idea. So anyway,
Everyone needs to go to
Postal
Sweden.
Brain Damaged is finally coming out. PC only on June 9th. June 9th,
For now.
2022. For all you console gamers that are waiting around, the porting's going to start here soon, and hopefully it'll be out for all console platforms. That's what we would hope.
Yeah,
We're sort
yeah,
of hoping that this game is not just automatically indexed in Germany at some point. That would be nice. I don't.
I already know that TikTok refuses to run our ads in Australia.
Oh, good, yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We never know what's going to happen here. We know that Germany's got a problem with our games. I don't know if they're going to have a problem with this, but if I had to guess, they probably will.
Yeah.
We don't.
Countries and the reviewers, they
Yep.
don't like us.
No. The
They're not
media
fans.
doesn't care. Germany cares. New Zealand cares. Australia cares.
I've had some of the funniest exchanges with some of the journalists that I've known for years, and now, well,
Now you're
launching Brain
you're
Damaged,
the enemy. They're like, oh, you did a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you face the consequences.
Sometimes it's odd for people who haven't experienced the vitriol we have from the media to experience it for the first time. In fact, an unnamed media person who was sort of one of our friends and fans actually got to experience it for the first time recently because he was doing a piece on us and then it kind of got pulled and he was like, I can't fucking believe like he was actually hurt and blown away by what he saw and heard against us, even though maybe 8 years ago he was in that sort of league of person, but he didn't realize how bad it was until about a month ago. And it's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny seeing that they're like, oh no, you're kind of overblowing it. You guys do this to yourself, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, there's just like this built-in, like forced pushback against everything we do. So
we haven't paid them enough. Yeah, we need to pay
Yeah.
IGN.
yeah,
More
it's-
blowjobs, more
it's-
payments.
It's part of the fun, I guess.
no, you're right. Like there is some part of my brain that likes living in the gutter and being treated like a piece of shit. But at the same time, I'm also, a 40-year-old married adult that would like to, finally make a little bit of money off of this this product. So it would be cool if we didn't just get automatically shit on all the time. Like it'd be cool. That'd be nice. Be
Yeah,
nice to have
well-
like a little love.
We're in a bit of a psychosis at Hyper Strange because we, for a fact, know that we've made a very good game, a very solid shooter with really cool gameplay, and like tons and tons of creativity went into it, and we've poured our heart into it.
Yep.
And there's not a single asset in the game that hasn't been lovingly crafted from scratch. And as I said, each level is different. There's around 50 enemy types, and each one is very different. It's a very robust and very varied and very diverse game, and very colorful and just so very imaginative. And of course, the team is yearning for some recognition, and they are being denied it by the media.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I'm sure.
and,
Go ahead.
and
Sorry.
it's really frustrating for them. I was trying to prepare them for it, but they are genuinely surprised that it's so really like strong-headed opposition to that's the idea of it
Well,
being a post.
from the other side of this, from a team that did something similar.
And then I remind them, guys, there's this enemy in our game who looks like a latex sub girl in bondage, who is like crawling on the ground, and you can piss in her open mouth.
Yeah.
So that's
Right.
that's the game we've done.
Yes.
Embrace
Hear
it.
that, Matt? Your mom is there.
Right.
My favorite enemy in the game, I think that's my favorite part of the game, the enemy designs, and I think my favorite one is the very small man who walks on his mustache. He holds
Yeah.
his gun with his mustache. Yeah, this guy is
Yeah.
freaking amazing. Yeah.
Well, one thing I have to tell you is that the critics might give you a lot of shit, or they might not even want to review the game. But I'm pretty sure the Postal community will be very appreciative
Oh
of
yeah.
what you've done.
Very happy.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Very appreciative.
Yeah.
In fact, as soon as they see all those references in the game, as soon as they see all of that, as soon as they play the game and they say it's excellent, you'll get
Yeah,
much
and
deserved
at the end of the
recognition.
day here, this is like not much consolation, but I'm pretty sure your team would rather not be covered than to read pure unadulterated hate that
I
may
know.
or may not even be justified, right? Like, you know, when a reviewer gives us a 2 out of 10 and they say like the game crashed a lot and it ran like shit, okay, they're right. But when they're like every piece of art sucks, all the music's terrible, there's nothing rewarding about this game, you know, like that's when the team's like, what the fuck are they talking
Yeah.
about?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's not fun for people to read. And you know, I said this before, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been watching the media shit on us since the dawn of time. I'm used to it. I expected it. It might have actually still taken me by surprise how hard they went in the paint. But most of my team, if not all, wasn't there for the original hate or the repeat hate that came with Postal 3, which is justified. But it's fucked up. It's fucked up to watch that happen. So, you know, not getting covered sucks. It sucks a lot. We've released a lot of games in the last decade that haven't gotten covered at all. But that ends up being almost a blessing instead of reading some of that shit. So
Some of those reviews, like the IGN reviews, are like pure gold. Like it makes me laugh when I lose.
well,
when I
it's
read
it is
Yeah,
gold. No, it is gold to some, and some people can take
Yeah.
that kind of hate and just laugh about it. Others can't.
Mhm.
I mean, you know, a lot of these guys have been spending, you know, their entire lives the last 3-4 years on this shit, and they really don't want to read someone's completely biased opinion on it, and they're gonna have to. Like, you can't avoid it. And so,
Yeah.
if anything, you know, tell your team they're lucky, and they should just read Steam reviews, because I'm sure
And always
for the
blame
most
Rob.
part they will
Oh,
be
yeah.
glowing. I mean, if
Oh,
this
yeah.
game doesn't have a 90+%, I would literally, I don't even, I don't know anything about.
You
Steam.
will what?
I don't know. I'm not going to bet anything on it, but it's going to have it's going to
damn
have
it.
over a 90% score. It's going to.
Oh
If-
yeah.
If it has
for
lower
sure,
than a
yeah.
95%, I would be surprised, to be honest with you. So,
Well, if that does happen, you
we'll
can always
see,
blame
we'll
Rob
see.
from our team.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
from
we always-
playing it from playing it again recently, it's solid. It's so good.
Yeah,
like,
there's
I even
nothing-
I was telling Mike and Pedro earlier, my friends who are working at ID Software on the Doom games, they are fucking hyped to play Brain Damage. So
I'm
Like, really
very glad
fucking
to
hype.
hear that. We did that game for them as well.
yeah, and they've been working on Doom for a long time, and I told them about the game, and they can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Years ago, when we've completed our first one, Elderborn, the Polish media were asking us where do we see ourselves in the games industry world, and we would always say that our goal is to sit side by side with its software in the gaming Valhalla, because that's our biggest inspiration. Its software. So yeah, that's very nice to have some recognition from these guys, and we've already got some very nice messages on Twitter. So yeah, it feels nice to see that they're enjoying it.
good.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
And what you said before, whatever happens in the media, we get a lot of consolation in what happens within the postal community, because oh my god, really, like it's like in this tired movie trope where a bunch of nerds are on a road trip and their car breaks down and they go into a roadside bar, and it turns out that's a bar owned by a motorcycle club, and they come in and for a moment there they think that they're going to die in a minute because it looks like they've stepped into a a circle of hell, and they feel like, oh, we're going to get murdered, and there's this cut, and in the next scene they like playing darts with them and drinking beer and talking about life, and then the guys from the motorcycle club get their cars fixed up and they become friends for life. And that's pretty much our experience with the postal community, because we've got so much support and so many good vibes, and I can already see that the postal community, in a way, this is the most welcoming and the most in this community people really support each other. Like it's I always knew that Postal isn't a game for the violent and psychotic types. It's a game for social outcasts who have a problem with finding their place in the world often, and that's a community that pulls them together and they support each other. Like, yeah, I'm weird, I'm having problems with the world, but here everyone understands me. That's me in a way as well, and I feel very much welcomed in the community of Postal, and I've really met so many friends there. Like it's been like the best thing about our experience with developing Brain Damaged.
Me and Pedro, we spent a lot of time like talking on Discord with like the community members, and I think we can say like the same thing. Like people like feel the same way about Postal in general. Yeah. So they can identify it, even though some people see it as like a violent shooter and that, but like a lot of people say it as like themselves, like they can reflect on it. So I think it's important. Yeah.
People are very hyped about this game.
Oh yeah.
Very hyped. And
after the
it's
demo,
well-deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the demo on Steam blew people's expectation away. Yeah, they were like, they loved it. Yeah.
And it's a demo that's made 8 months ago.
Oh yeah,
it was never updated.
Yeah, playing the recent build, it's even better. It's like this, but 10 times better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were like, "This is a great game. All it needs is kicking," and you guys added kicking.
True.
Yeah. Game
and
of
the double
year.
drop kick.
Game of
and you went all in. Yeah, with the drop kick, and you went all in on the kick. Yeah, it feels good. And also I find like some like amazing like references to like other games in the game, like the Sims. There's a Sims reference where the crystal is like stuck in the head of the characters. I was like, I fucking love that.
That's
like
fucking one.
There's a lot, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of those references are going to fly above people's heads. Like there are some are very on the nose and some are very subtle, and I'm just very glad that they are going to be discovered for years to come.
Nice.
I hope so.
The more in your face ones are the references with the characters. Like there are some characters that you look at them, and if you're a Postal fan, you'll be like, "Oh, there it is!" So awesome.
And also, I think Blood West, you guys released Blood West recently, and it did fairly good. Like I played it a bit, it was very fun, and the reviews are very good on Steam. So
yeah, it's overwhelmingly positive, like 95% on Steam.
Yeah.
And actually, that's a funny story, because there wouldn't be a Blood West if it wasn't for Postal Brain Damaged, because Blood West is a game created by a guy called Piotr Piotr Szekalski, who's a concept artist in Hyperstrange, and he joined to develop Brain Damaged. Most of the enemy models that you can see in Postal Brain Damage are his, and a lot of art, a lot of environment concepts as well, and weapon concepts as well. So like there's a lot of Piotr in Brain Damaged, and he was doing another game in his spare time, that is Blood West.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And that was like his passion project that he like switched studios for many years, working here and there, and no one would make his game, and he took like it took like half an hour for him to convince us to make Blood West. We hired a team for him. We made him promise that he would keep working on Brain Damage because he's like fucking fantastic. And he was in charge of the team, but he was also working on Brain Damaged in the meantime. And then his Blood was fully realized as a game. We launched it in February, and wow, the reception was like really amazing.
Yeah,
we're blown away. It's in early access, so it's only the first of the 3 episodes, and it's on a development hiatus for now because of Brain Damaged. But once Brain Damaged is launched, then it's for Piotr. It's back to Blood West on full time.
And I imagine a lot of the stuff you guys learn while making Brain Damage will like help a bit with Blood West, like cross a bit. So
sure, and well, it's a bit of everything actually, because it wouldn't be if it wouldn't be for Elderborn, you wouldn't have such satisfying melee in Brain Damaged, because
it's so good.
Elderborn is a melee only game, and that reflecting projectiles is part of Elderborn as well.
Listen, man, we were almost gonna make a Postal melee game.
Oh yeah, true.
You ever heard? Did I tell you this story before, Wojtek?
You have not.
There was a publisher. I'm not going to name who they were, but they were interested in a Postal product. They were not interested in Postal 4 because, according to them, first-person shooter single-player experiences are dead. Okay, and they were like, "But you know what's in Battle Royale, and you know what else? And you know what else is in melee games like Mordhau and Chivalry or whatever it is." And so they wanted us to make an animatic of a Postal melee game, so we did, and they really liked it. So they were like, "We're gonna fund this," and so they sent us a contract, and it was the worst contract we've ever seen in our lives. So we were like, "No." That was the end of Postal melee. That was the end.
Yeah.
Short-lived.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So
Maybe
anyway,
in the future. Yeah.
Postal 4 did. Postal 4 lived, so Postal melee could die.
So you say that Postal melee wasn't worth your firstborn?
No. No, it wasn't, and it makes me scared for other indies that signed contracts with these guys.
Yeah.
Because people will sign anything to get a deal, and it wasn't a good deal, and it was almost insulting to see that come to us.
We actually publish in this. We are going to publish a game called Supplies, which is a very elaborate GZ Doom game with really stellar graphics made by the same guy who made Ion Fury graphics.
And
we because we are not a publisher. We think of ourselves as a publishing partner, like you know, a larger indie that helps some smaller indies to get into the market.
Into
And,
the
you know,
industry.
Nice. Oh, there's this really cool but untranslatable saying about indie games in Polish, because it's in Polish would say gry niezależne, independent games, gry niezależne, and nie zależy is translated to doesn't care, don't care. So indie games are the games that no one cares about. That's really nice, really nice sounding in Polish.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are going out of our way to make our contracts like the most not scary thing for the indies.
Right.
And there's still there's still some things that need to legally be in there, and they are scary regardless. So.
Yeah, I mean, signing a deal is always nice.
I saw a good share of indie deals with many publishers, and yeah, most of them really suck.
Yeah, I'll tell you who off the air. No problem.
I have my suspicions.
Yeah, it's probably not too hard to guess. So anyway,
so guys, I have a question for you as well, actually.
Oh, go.
Yeah, because with your history,
yeah,
with the postal that shan't be named, you came back and did a game with Eastern Bloc country studio.
Yeah,
like I jokingly say, your Polish sweatshop.
Yeah.
Why did you trust us with your brand?
I mean, originally it was definitely a topic, right? Like when the deal was originally discussed, we hadn't announced Postal 4 yet. We were still working on it in the background. Somebody came to us and sort of said, "Hey, we want to develop Postal 4," and we were like, "Well, you can't, because off the record we are, but we'd love you to develop something." And in the office we sort of discussed, like, are we really going down this path again? and it was definitely not without its drawbacks mentally. And when I originally said to the guys, like, well, but look at this game they've made, it was sort of like, oh, well, then they can do this, right? It's not that, it wasn't like, Akella, they did have some decent games under their belt. It's not like they had this shit library, right?
I know.
Right.
I used to work at GOG.
Yeah, like
Akella catalog was one of the solid ones.
Exactly. So, it was, even then, it was like,
pretty good track record.
Right. And at the end of the day, right, like a company can make 10 good games and 10 shit. Okay? Like a company is just a bunch of people, right? And if you have half of your team working on 3 products and the other half working on the other 3, they're completely different quality games. That said, the reason why Postal 3 sucked wasn't because Akella sucked. It was because they kept changing the team because people kept leaving the office. And eventually it was like the janitor was working on the game, and the janitor's illegitimate child was working on the game too. So, we had faith from the beginning in you guys, and this isn't, I'm not taking away anything from the game, but this isn't some massive, like, quote, open world shooter, right? Like, it was a game in your wheelhouse. Okay, Akella, quite frankly, wasn't making pseudo open world third person shooters. It wasn't what they were doing. That doesn't mean they couldn't have done a good job. It just wasn't in their wheelhouse. Brain Damaged was in your wheelhouse. I mean, like, the first thing I said when we were like, well, what can they make, was like, okay, guys, boomer shooters are big right now. So that's what they're working on already, in a matter of speaking. Like, why don't we just make a postal boomer shooter? Like, it would fit perfectly, and it's a significantly lower overhead project, and it's in their wheelhouse. And so, we sort of threw that shit at the wall, got a little, basic write-up together, and then gave it to you guys, and you guys were like, fuck yeah, we can do this. And, we had to the original deal was just you guys make a demo trailer. That's it. Like it wasn't we're making a game. It was we're going to make a demo trailer, throw it up on Steam, see what the reactions were like. And once we saw the trailer, we knew that it was going to get good reactions. There's no question about it. And so our actual worry was, there wasn't even a lot of it before the trailer, but once the trailer came out, we were like, oh yeah, this is no brainer. I mean, this is the future of what we're going to do. And so, obviously we had to wait a while to even play the first demo, and it wasn't like we weren't thinking like, oh, let's fucking hope these guys make a game at least as good as their trailer, because we did play the trailer. I mean, the trailer had playable levels, and they weren't fully featured. Oh, yeah.
It's a secret.
Well,
Actually, we get a lot of requests,
of course,
on Twitter to make those levels somewhat.
No. Listen, man, we get asked constantly for the original Postal 2 demo and things that like we literally don't have anymore because we've had server crash after server crash over the years and many a package loss. So don't be surprised when you get thousands of more requests for that kind of stuff. But anyway, we played it. We thought it was super solid, even in its very, very basic form. So waiting for the original demo was like, it was like a little bit of nail biting for us, but we knew it wasn't going to suck. I mean, you guys had released a couple games before that, and everything that was coming out was quality. So we knew it was going to be quality. And then when it came out, it actually was better than we even thought it would be. So, yes, much love from the RWS team. I haven't actually seen any complaints about Brain Damaged. Okay, like
me neither.
They might exist. What?
Oh yeah, just the kick
button.
Yeah.
Right, and we had said that before the demo came out. We had already told them like, "Hey guys, where's the kick?" And so yes, that was the one complaint was where's the kick, but it's there now. So
it's on me. Perfect. It's on me. I said leave the kick out of the demo, so people would react more.
Let's hold it back so we can act like we're giving it to them when they ask for it.
Yeah.
First hit's free.
That's exactly what we did.
First hit's free.
That's exactly what we did. So, and just for the record, out of the 15 plus people making Brain Damaged, only one person has left the team during the development, so we got a pretty good record there as well.
Yep.
And in general, people don't leave Hyper Strange. We don't let them.
Hold them captive.
Well, you're
Same
Polish.
here in Running with Scissors.
It's actually a Polish prison. Like
Yeah.
the asylum level is not made up. That's where you work. And
Yeah. It's a little trick called photogrammetry, and
you just have to scan the whole room, and boom, there you go.
Right.
You got a
Like in
level.
China, nobody quits working at Foxconn. In Poland, nobody quits working at The only way you can quit at Foxconn is if you jump down the middle of that thing. And
there was this way to quit, but then we put bars in the windows.
Right, yeah. He's just like at Foxconn,
Pedro,
they put the netting so you couldn't commit suicide. Yeah, got it.
Pedro lives in Mike's basement, so he's always working.
Yeah, I say he's in Portugal. Portugal's code word for the basement.
Every
in
time he
Tucson,
needs my
Arizona.
services, he's like, "Here, take this piece of meat, now eat."
Yeah,
and
exactly. I
go
make him
work.
put on a little wig, shave his beard off, and he's
This
very
is a
pretty.
wig, by the way.
Yeah, he needs a. Does Pedro need a
I
haircut?
need a haircut.
Pedro needs a haircut.
Yeah.
I think Pedro.
But
I
my
got
barber
those.
got COVID. That's why.
I think.
So I got an
after
excuse
the
for
lunch.
that.
I think Matt needs bigger shoulder pads. Is what he needs.
Yeah.
Those shoulder pads
carrying
are not quite
all the
big
weight
enough.
of
Pimp outfits.
Have you watched Black
I'll-
Monday by chance? Have any of you watched Black Monday, the show on Showtime? Oh,
Nope.
God, you guys would love that. You got to watch it. Anyway, it just reminded me of Black Monday. It takes place in the 80s.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm not sure we're going to have a lot of time to get to many of our topics because we've now hit 40 minutes and we haven't talked about anything but Brain Damage, which is totally fine. I'm actually down to keep talking about it. We briefly.
Whenever you need me to derail your podcast, I'm here for you.
No, that's fine. I don't have a problem talking about Brain Damage the whole time. It's the upcoming title. We briefly talked about it earlier and said that they're probably going to come, but like the plan is to port this to all consoles.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of out of our hands what happens with Microsoft, as we've seen. Microsoft has already said no to Redux repeatedly. And the other problem, which I've discussed at length about Postal 4, you know, people say we want this on Switch, and it's like, number one, that's a tough port, but let's say it's done. Nintendo of Europe is based in Germany.
I know.
And if the game's banned in Germany, then all of Europe cannot buy any Postal game that is banned on the Switch in Europe. So, except physicals, right? Except the limited run physical copies. Those will work anywhere, but that's not how you sell lots of games. So, you know, I think in my brain, like anything else, I like to tell people, like, PlayStation is a near for sure thing.
Somebody in the chat is
Actually,
asking. Okay.
Oh, you're
Somebody
getting some
in the chat
pushback?
is asking,
With-
will
with-
there
with-
be brain damage merch?
Some goodies and merch,
I would,
maybe.
I would,
Do you
I
guys
would
have
love
merch of
to.
your own?
I would love to show you guys some things, actually, because there is merch planned, of course.
Oh yeah.
And I have some visuals. Here's
We love visuals.
Word premiere. Word premiere.
We love visuals.
it's gonna suck, but still, I hold it right like that. No, it's not gonna work.
No. If you send it to me, I can put it up on the podcast.
yeah. Let's do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Please do that.
That's the t-shirt design.
What were you
Uh,
saying about Sony?
What I was saying about Sony, we already got our first round of feedback from them for Brain Damaged.
Not great.
Not great, not terrible, because it seems that we can work our way through their system, more or less, but we'll have to dial some stuff down a bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
There's nothing
is.
shocking in brain
Crazy.
damage. I mean,
Crazy.
there's like gore and violent games coming out all the time nowadays. I mean, I don't know why. Like some of them manage to go through the.
They are fine with gore and with violence. They are
There it is.
for whatever reason they are frowning upon pissing on people.
Oh, wow.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Well, at least I know what to
moving
look forward to when we submit Postal 4.
Yeah.
No pissing, no shitting, none of it.
Yeah, great.
So
So
the-
anyway, there's the shirt.
T-shirts are The T-shirts are like no-brainer, but we are also working on something really premium, and it's going to be a pretty large in size an art book with.
Oh, I want it.
yeah,
I can't wait. Yeah, I love the art of
It's
brain
going-
damage. So
It's going to feel really premium. It's going to be in hardcover canvas and stuff like that, and it's going to be purple.
I'll buy
So
the
we
whole
can-
stock, and then
I'll
I'll
buy
stop
everything.
it.
Yeah.
I'll buy everything.
I think a lot of
But-
people they would love to wear the outfit of the postal dude from Brain Damage in real life.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
hospital gown. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We,
With
we,
the
we,
crutches.
we should do that. Absolutely.
I have a
Yeah.
bunch of suppliers that I already quoted those with that, and maybe even the baby blanket. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby blanket. Yeah.
baby blanket is more practical. Like
Yeah.
it's just a more practical thing.
It's funny because we thought it will be bigger, slightly bigger.
Right. Yeah. I could see the whole hyper strength team going to the office and wearing the hospital gown together in the
Yeah.
in the office.
That would be a super cute photo op, I think.
Yeah.
That will also be some really
Yeah.
nice pajamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain is still annoyed with this whole Sony pissing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should tell them, like, hey, Nintendo had peeing in a game 20 years ago. Get over
Stranding.
it.
Death Stranding has peeing.
Death Stranding has peeing.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that these arguments work with a multi-billion-dollar company that doesn't give a shit about us.
Still worth to just expose your voice to the masses.
Yeah. Say, do you have a problem with pissing? Because you're already selling a game that has pissing.
So wait, shooting on people good, pissing on people bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Do I
shooting on
see
people is
some-
more socially accepted, I think.
That sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, socially, I can pee on somebody and they're going to live. It's gross. But if I shoot them, they're going to die.
Maybe because peeing on people is probably a political statement.
Yeah, but shooting them is not.
No, absolutely not.
Like, I shot the guy. Oh, you shot the guy.
Cool.
I peed on the guy. You did what?
Whoa!
Wait, you're going to prison. You shot him?
You're not.
That was your right.
You're going to death row. Death row. Being on people, holy shit.
I just can't. I just fucking can't.
Yeah, the whole system makes no sense. Yeah. It's fine. We're all gonna be bought by Microsoft in the next 3 years. So Microsoft is gonna own all of us. and Disney.
Here's my
Also five-
question. Here's my question. If Embracer was publishing this, would Sony have a problem with the pissing? No.
Good question.
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
They wouldn't even look at it. Embracer's whitelisted. They could put whatever they want on it.
If it was Rockstar, no problems whatsoever.
None.
Yep.
But it's running with users. It's indie. It's whatever. Fuck
I think
those guys.
if we were working under Devolver will be just do as much as you pissing as you can. Just do all of it. So
yeah, I think
It would have been no
the
issue, yeah.
ID submissions are a problem for everyone. They can just tell you what they want.
Well, I would offer that even Devolver couldn't get genital jousting on console.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
mean,
guess
Devolver's
we-
bigger than us, but they're not big. Do you know what I
guess we
mean?
can
Yeah.
just submit the Postal movie to Sony then.
Yeah.
I mean, the Postal movie was published by Vivendi. Didn't really come out, but it was Universal. So, yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so to reiterate, we are hoping to get Brain Damaged on console, and the one console that I thought wouldn't have a problem with it is now potentially a problem. So,
But it's I'm just so surprised. Even I think some fans are surprised that we've got a lot of love from Nintendo for like the games we make. They've been more and more okay. With,
I'm gonna guess Nintendo won't say that.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo's okay
It's-
with
it-
hentai games, okay? They're okay with tentacle rape. They're not going to have a problem with pissing. So that may be the console that this is on. That's
Like
Yeah.
I never
True,
thought I
yeah.
would see the day where Sony is the new Nintendo and Nintendo is the new Sony.
well, what's funny is
Yeah.
More or
is
less.
is when we talk to people now and we're like, hey, our game's on Switch and PlayStation, but not Xbox because Microsoft wouldn't approve it. People are actually surprised that it's that way. They're more surprised that Microsoft said no and Sony said yes. Because
Yeah.
Sony's been the bigger issue about this stuff lately. So, I mean, look, not that this discussion is for live on air, but maybe Nintendo wants the exclusive console rights to Postal
Yeah.
Brain
Oh, yeah.
Damage. Where you at?
You know, I feel like Brain Damage would be really fun to play on Switch. Like
Yeah,
it really fits
obviously,
the type.
for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So does
Yeah.
that mean we can ask Hyper Strange for the next game to be a Postal hentai game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Postal tentacle rape.
I wouldn't imagine that anyone can have anything against tentacle rape.
Nothing.
Yeah. Hyper Strange, they love it. Yeah.
We all love
Not even
tentacles.
the dating sim.
It's
Not
in their
even the dating
wheelhouse.
sim.
Yeah. Postal
Although
dating
I
sim
was-
too.
I would
That
say
will come
that,
to Nintendo
that
Switch.
we were actually thinking what to do next, and today we came by the idea of making another Postal franchise game, and that it should be Postal Survivors, like
Postal
the vampires,
Survivor.
like the Vampire Survivors game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
idle fighting game just with the postal characters. Like we could put it
Vampire
together.
Survivor is so good. Yeah.
I think that if we start the development tomorrow, we can still put it ahead of Brain Damaged on Steam.
Good.
But I was thinking about a game that would make sense. Postal. You play the postal dude doing deliveries, like in Death Stranding, and you can pace like in Death Stranding. You just in the Arizona desert, stranded in Arizona and Mexico, just walking and with a shovel.
So how would it be different from Death Stranding apart from being in Arizona?
A lot of dark humor and more peeing and
the only way to beat the BTs is to pee on them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not holding your breath. You don't hold your breath, you hold your cock.
Yeah. I like that. That's really good.
If we want to go really above whatever, a Postal 2 demake.
The demake, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Postal 2 in the Postal 2 in the Brain Damaged style. Yeah. Artwork.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Go for it.
demake.
It's all yours.
Yeah, I know. I just want, spoil the surprise to anyone.
Such a surprise.
Do you have a favorite weapon in Brain Damage?
Wojtek?
Sorry?
What's your favorite weapon?
What's your favorite weapon in Brain Damage?
Oh, that's a tough choice, really. It's hard to pick one because you've got the dildo bow.
Yeah, dildo bow, so good.
AKA the penetrator, and the noise it makes, it just cackles me up every time.
I like the little brain laser thing. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, that probably is my favorite because I got to name it.
There's not a single weapon that
There
I
you go.
dislike, but I love the shotgun where you can just hook onto enemies and then poof, shoot them, just like Doom.
Yeah. We stole it. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
7 scripts in Hollywood. 7 scripts in Hollywood, boys. That's just the way
I really
it is.
like the nail gun where you can create the slow-mo bubble, and like it's so satisfying when you get all the enemies inside with the nails, like the nail gun. Yeah.
Super cute. We like it all.
We can switch weapons while the bubble is active, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So the lightning thing, it's actually called the Brainfucker Gun 69,000, and that's like my copywriting masterpiece.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
yeah, it's very good.
That might be my favorite, but I still think that the shotgun is going to be the most iconic one.
The hit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. The hit
if
shotgun.
you will. I don't want to have to.
You're going to have you are going to see a lot of shotgun in all the speedruns that people will make because
that is the speedrun
essential.
gun. Yeah.
It's essential for speedrunning.
I don't want to cut this off short, but I do have to go. I am going to see Top Gun right now with my dad. So, we got to nearly an hour here, but we talked exclusively about brain damage, which I think is an excellent topic for
was
the
pretty
podcast,
good.
considering it's
Time went
coming
by
out
very fast.
next week. If you guys haven't wish listed it, make sure you get it done right now. And buy it for yourself, buy it for your girlfriend, buy it for your boyfriend, buy it for your dad, buy it for your mom, buy it for your dog.
grandma.
Just buy lots of copies of fucking Brain Damaged, okay? Also Postal 4, that'd be nice too.
Don't forget your grandma.
Yeah, buy your grandma some copies. But yeah, thanks Wojtek for coming on the show and talking about this
Thanks
badass.
so much for having me, Mike.
Yeah, this badass
And show
fucking
your
thing.
support to Hyperstrange. They are making an awesome game.
Yeah.
Support
Follow
them.
them.
Check out Blood West.
Follow them on
Also, check
Twitter.
out-
Yeah, follow them on
check out Blood
Twitter.
West.
Follow them on Steam. Get all their games. Show them some love.
Please do follow us on Twitter. I really work my ass off to make it fun. So.
Yes, it is fun. So thanks, Pedro. Thanks, Matt. Again, thanks, Wojtek. And we'll be back in a week or two, and maybe next week, actually, and I can stream, or maybe we'll let Pedro stream. He's the one that does that nowadays. Pedro can stream some brain damage for you guys.
Fully nude. He will be
fully
fully
nude.
nude playing Brain Damage.
He's got to get a haircut
Bathtub
first. So
stream,
cut your hair.
Brain Damage with me and Matt.
Cut your goddamn hair. Oh yeah, he's over there rubbing his nipples. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Kissy kissy.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Nipples.
Bye. Bye.
Nipples.